On today's episode, we are going to talk about the influence or the power of friends. So, Jimmy Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you interact with most of the times," right? Like I'm paraphrasing. But the most important thing is, he literally meant the people that you are found with, the people that you spend most of your time with, they are actually going to be able to influence how you think, how you act, and literally they are going to be either build a good character or a bad character, right? And really, it is important that you get to recognize this. So why is it important that you have or you surround yourself with good people, right? So one of the things is that we are humans, right? And we are social people, we are social animals. What it is that people you are found with, you are easily able to pick up their cues, right? You pick up how they talk, how they act, how they move, how they walk, how they think. So it is important that you surround yourself with people who actually act good, who think better, right? And in fact, you should be, because if you're going to be around people who don't, then the downside is going to be true for you. If you're going to be found amongst mediocre people, right? Because they are there, your friends, the so-called people, the people you know that they are bad for you, the people you would say, okay, no, my friends, we like drinking, we like smoking, we do these things. I know they are not all that bad, but to be honest, you know that they are not helping you, right? Like it is said, don't try to call your foe as your friend, right? Like know them to say these are not my friends. You know that they're not good for you. So it is very important that you know to say, okay, these are my friends and these are not my friends. Okay. And
my best friend, I asked him one simple question: how come you don't hang out with me anymore? And he said, because I don't like who you hang out with. I told him, well, I'm not like those guys, right? I'm not scarce like those guys. I'm not doing the things that those guys are doing. And he said, you can lie to me, but don't lie to yourself.
the question comes is, how would you know really who are your friends? Okay. Now, Jordan Peterson, a psychologist from a Canadian psychologist, a professor also from different universities, is like one of my favorite individuals on the planet. So Jordan Peterson says there are actually just 2 ways in which you can know if a person is actually a good friend, right? Like you can actually go to these people in 2 scenarios. The first one is that you are actually celebrating something. So something good has happened to you. So if you're a student, let's say you have passed this exam, right? Or you have achieved something that you've been working hard for, right? And then you go to these people and you want to celebrate, to say, oh, you know what? I have some good news, right? This is what has happened. I've passed my exam, or this has happened. The things I've been working hard for has actually happened. And that individual celebrates with you, like they're genuinely happy for you and they celebrate for you and with you, right? Like that's how you know to say, okay, this is actually a good friend. And they don't try to make it about themselves, or they don't try to remind you on actually how they did that maybe like 2 years ago, or how they actually did it better than you have. If it's grades, how they actually got better grades than you, right? Like they don't make it about themselves, but they actually just listen to you and celebrate your success. Also, you can know if someone is a good friend or not a good friend in the second scenario is when you tell them bad news, right? And this makes so much sense, because most of the times is the innate feeling that comes about when someone tells you bad news or good news really is that you go back to your memory and search for something that actually could match that scenario or even worse, right? And a good friend is someone who's going to be there and just listen to you, right? Like you're going through a tough time and they want to listen to you and see ways they can help you, rather than instead of just them hearing what you are saying, not necessarily listening, paying attention, and also now tell you just how they went through, or actually how they know someone else who went through something similar or something worse, right? Like they tell you, oh no, I also have a friend who went through this, you actually have it better. They don't try to make or to belittle your problems, rather they just listen and then try to see or try to find a way in which they can actually help you out. So I think this is a good way on which you can actually separate who your true friends are and those who are not. Okay. Now, I've talked about how you can actually know who's a good friend and who's not a good friend, but why is it important that you actually have good friends? Okay, so one of the reasons why it is important, it might not be the most important reason, but truly it is a good reason, is that the people you are found with, especially if you are a youth, those are going to be your future's connections, right? Your family, your children, your future children, they are going to look at those as aunties and uncles and so forth, right? Like what they're doing now, what good should your children, your future children, or your future self be look at and say, you know what, I need something, let me call my friend. Are these people you are with now, can they be in that picture of your future? And this is a question you can ask yourself. And if the answer is no, then those are not your friends, right? Like the friends you are supposed to have are the ones that should be able to appear in your future. If you think, okay, if I was in 2028 and I needed help, who should I call? Okay, I can call this person can come through because by then they would have done something in their life, right? Instead of, no, I can't call that one, I can't call that one. Why are you keeping them, right? Like if you are serious about actually growing as an individual, moving forward, it means that you actually want to change some things about yourself. And unfortunately, or it is really fortunate, you are able to recognize that it also means you have to cut out some people. Now, the difficult part is actually you cutting those people off, okay? Because sometimes it means it has to be family members, because it's not like your family members really, all of them want what is best for you. Most of them don't even know what is best for themselves, right? Like ask them, when last time did they actually read a book? When last time did they do something that should improve their life, right? Like they don't. So what makes you think they are really there for you, right? Yeah, I know it might sound controversial, but it is true. Not all your family members are there for you. So sometimes it might need, or you might need actually to cut them off, okay? So how do you now proceed into acquiring good friends? Okay, now this is where actually knowing yourself comes into place. Like you need to know first and foremost what you want, who you are, or who you want to become, and then you look at people who are doing similar things. Okay, so if you want to be in the political rally, then you look at people who are actually in that aspect. If you want to do business, you look at people who are actually doing business, and then you try to find places that those people are found, and then you try to be friends with those people. If you are in school, right? Again, ET, he said, if you are in school, you want to actually find out who are the smartest people in the class, because you know if you are not smart enough and you know someone else who's smarter than you. So be friends with those people, because you know they are going to actually push you to study more. They are going to be able to help you actually with your studies, instead of you now going downwards with people you know actually even they're not even smarter than you, right? Like go for such people so that they can actually help you, and in return obviously you are seeking a friendship, you also have to provide some value to them as well. So like this is important actually that you get it into place. You know yourself, and then you look out for what you actually want, either right now as an individual or as the future you. So guys, this is what I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.